Making this decision will help you to become the richest person you can ever be. The things I'm about to say in this video will change your life. So listen up. The number one decision that you need to make in order to be rich is to believe that wealth is a real possibility in your life. Let me explain what I mean. Look, my friends, I want you to know that there's so many people, they grow up and they have the thoughts of poverty that infiltrates their life, that stops them from their goals, that holds them back for as long as they live. But what I want to tell you today is that if you believe that poverty is your destiny, then you will never be rich. There is no chance that you'll receive any form of wealth in your life, because quite frankly, if you don't believe it, then you can't receive it. For many of us, as we grow up, there's going to be so many people in our lives that tell us what we can't do and where we can't go and who we can't become. And if we believe their message, then we will never receive our blessings. In other words, a lot of us have believed in the negative conditioning that we've received over time. We might believe that we're supposed to be slaves. We might believe that other people got lucky. We might believe that we were born on the wrong side of the tracks. We might believe that rich people are greedy and that they're selfish and that they're evil. And if you accept those seeds of thoughts, then you will never come to the conclusion that wealth is a real possibility in your life. I gotta ask you a very serious question. Do you really believe in your heart of hearts that you are going to be wealthy? If you do, make sure to comment yes in the section below. If you don't believe it, I want you to ask yourself, what can I do to believe it? And what are the thoughts and feelings that are holding me back from realizing my dreams? You see, when I was growing up, I was raised in poverty. My mother was 16 years old. My father was 20 years old. They didn't know about what they needed to do in order to achieve any of the goals, because quite frankly, they didn't have any goals. And growing up in the Bronx, New York, one of the worst places to ever raise a child, I always knew that deep down, I was going to be wealthy. Now, I'm going to tell you, the odds of actually becoming wealthy were very slim. If you looked at my situation from the external, it wouldn't look like I was going anywhere. But if you looked at my situation on the internal, then it would look like I was going everywhere. You see, even though I grew up on welfare and lived in a basement with roaches and rats, unable to see the daylight when I got home from school, walking through metal detectors as I got into my 5th grade class that was situated in the hallways, I deeply believed that that wasn't an ideal situation. You see, this is something that you have to know when you're very young. This is not something that you just realize all of a sudden in your 20s or your 30s or your 40s. It just happened to be that when you reach your 20s and your 30s, you become more conscious of what you need to do in order to realize your deepest dreams. So even though I saw my situation on the external, I understood my situation on the internal. And even though I knew that being on drugs for so many years and working all these jobs and failing in school wasn't actually the path to success, I also knew deep down that I was still going to be successful no matter what. You see, so many things on the external will prove you wrong, but really what's going on inside will prove you right. And so that's why you have to believe that wealth is a choice that you have to make every single day. Now, if you give up on that decision and you say to yourself, well, wealth isn't for me, or millionaires are lucky, or billionaires don't need the money, then you're never going to be wealthy. You cannot speak contradictory thoughts and manifest monumental success. It doesn't work that way. What you need to do is to check your heart, check your mind, and check your soul before you decide to reach your highest goals. So the question I want you to ask is this: is wealth a real possibility in my life? Will I accomplish all the goals that I set for myself? Will I acquire all the things that I want to possess? Will I reach my full potential? Or will the excuses come back? Will the fears set in? Will the doubts and concerns manifest themselves in my thinking? You see, my friends, if you want to change your reality, you've got to change your mentality. If you want to be the future, you have to see the future. If you change the way you view things, you'll change the way you do things. If you see wealthy people, places, and things, and you believe that you can have it in your own life, then you will. If you believe that it's an impossibility, then you won't. So there you go, my friends. That is the #1 decision that you need to make if you want to become wealthy. If you feel like you were meant to be wealthy, but you don't know exactly how to do it, then I want you to write me an email at info@danielalley.com. I will personally receive your message, and I promise I will respond. My friends, this is Daniel Alley, and if you decide to be wealthy and actually pursue it, I will be so proud of you, because you made a decision to help so many people, to go so many places, and to do so many things in this world. I look forward to your success, and I look forward to helping you and watching you grow in the future. See you on the next video. Take care.